Hello, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are doing a what's new at the drugstore where I'm trying a bunch of new products and I'm doing an 8-hour wear test to see not only how they perform, but how they wear throughout the day. One of my all-time favorite affordable products was recently repackaged, and we're gonna talk about whether or not it was just repackaged or if it was reformulated and do a comparison of the two formulas. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, first up is this Pixi SPF 50 Sun Mist. Now this retails for $15. It comes with 6 ounces. It's called the Pixie Suntreats SPF 50 Makeup Mist. So it's definitely insinuating you should be using this over or under your makeup. It says an invisible broad spectrum SPF 50 mist protects, hydrates, and soothes skin. Use under or over makeup. Based off of that, it's like, okay, this is a makeup setting mist with SPF 50. But then you read the directions and it says to spray liberally and spread evenly by hand 15 minutes prior to sun exposure. Do not spray directly on your face. So I feel like it's very misleading marketing that it's called a makeup mist, but you're not supposed to spray it on your face. So it's like, why is it in a spray bottle if you're not supposed to spray it on your face? I'll definitely use this on my body, not my face. Number one, it says not to, but number two, it's kind of a greasy feeling, not greasy, very dewy looking, which looks nice on the body, but spraying this on top of makeup is just gonna make you look super shiny. So as much as I was excited about this, a way to reapply sunscreen, number one, it says not to do it in the way that it's sort of marketed to do it. And number two, it's too dewy to spray over makeup if you have anything but super dry skin. All right, this one is new to me. I've been using this for the last couple of days. This is the BYOMA Depuff and Brighten Eye Gel. It's supposed to reduce the appearance of dark circles and puffiness. It has a triceramide complex, triple hyaluronic acid serum, and vitamin C, which is gonna help with the brightening. It's non-comedogenic, alcohol and fragrance free, and vegan and cruelty free. I am super impressed by this. This is a little bit pricey at $12.99 for 0.68 fluid ounces, but I really like this product. It has a little pump style applicator similar to the other BYOMA products. It feels really cooling on your skin, even if it's not refrigerated, and it really does help depuff. I think it's the cooling sensation, the like cool gel. I'll show you the consistency of it. It's not like a lotiony eye cream. It looks and feels like a very lightweight gel. It feels almost like a watery serum. It feels like a hyaluronic acid, but it also has vitamin C. So that's supposed to help with the dark circles, and it also has the depuffing effect when you put it on under makeup, and makeup wears really well on top of it. It's been a really long time since I was excited about an eye cream from the drugstore, and I'm super excited about this one. All right, I don't have a new foundation that I want to try today, so I'm just gonna go in with my Profusion Feel Good Skin Longwear foundation in the shade Tan 1. This is one of my very favorite long wearing foundations. And I'm just gonna use my Shot Missy sponge to apply it. It's my self-tan color, so we're just gonna have to do a lot of blending, but I'm just gonna go in with a sheer layer instead of a full coverage look. So it should kind of blend into my skin pretty easily. And I have super sensitive eyes. I'm dealing with like a lot of irritation on my eyelids, not from the eye gel. It's been a long time. I've been waiting a couple of weeks to get into my dermatologist's office. I love my dermatologist, but man, they're hard to get in with. All right, next up is a new product by Makeup Revolution. This is their IRL Filter Finish Soft Matte Concealer. So the IRL Soft Matte Foundation was a very popular full coverage matte foundation, and now they launched the concealer. It's oil-free. It's supposed to be very long wearing. I think it says 24 hours, no, 16 hours. And I am gonna be doing a wear test today, so we will see if it lives up to that claim. And it's actually supposed to be, I think, close to 80 today, so it will be a good day to test. All right, this is the color C8.5. Just the description of it, oh, it has that same kind of applicator as the Flower Beauty, where it's like a curved doe foot. The description of it sounds a lot like the Catrice concealer, the matte finish. And I'm pairing it with a matte foundation because I'm not using the IRL. So I'm trying to give it the best shot possible by pairing it with another matte foundation. It does have a smell to it. It smells like paint. It smells like the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, if you've smelled that before. It's like a very strong paint scent. But wow, this is blending in very easily. This is also a waterproof concealer. This could be a really good summer option. I love how this is blending in, wow. And I feel like this color is perfect, 8.5. I'm really happy with that. All right, we will see how this wears throughout the day, but very, very positive first impression. This claims to have first to market Vtox, VTOX, with okra extract and hyaluronic acid. It's the vegan, cruelty-free alternative to smooth and pump fine lines. It's oil-free, crease-proof, soft matte finish with 16-hour wear. So this is super promising. I love that it also is only $7. Huge fan of this so far. We'll see how it wears. Okay, this one hurts my heart. But number 7 just repackaged their best-selling Lift and Luminate powder. So this is the same thing. This is the Lift and Luminate powder we all know and love as the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless dupe. And I reordered it and this came in the mail and I was like, wait a second, what is going on here? So I've been digging and digging because you can't find this anymore. It's on eBay and Amazon and that's it. This is on all the drugstore websites, on the Target website. So it's really hard to find any details about this one, but I did a deep dive and looked at the ingredients of the old one versus the new one, and there was one ingredient that appears to have changed. It looks like they added an ingredient called HDI trimethylol hexylacetone. I know I'm saying that wrong. Cross polymer. That one's like decently high. I think it's the 5th ingredient, so it's decently high on the ingredient list that this one has versus this one. I went on their website and all the reviews for this old powder appear to be up under this powder. So they're not looking at them as 2 separate products. They're looking at it as like a repackaged product. So then I was second guessing myself, did the ingredients change? Because if it's not the same product, they couldn't loop the reviews of this one up under the reviews of this one because the reviews are from years ago. And I saw in the fine print underneath where the ingredients were, it says ingredients subject to change from time to time. But that was kind of sneaky. Change things up without us realizing, but I'm a detective and I realized it. So just looking at them in the packaging, the colors are different. So the new one leans a lot more yellow. The old one has a little bit of pink to it, which I found was really flattering. So right off the bat, the color is different. Now I have used this a couple of times and I don't know if it's in my head, I don't know if it's just the packaging, but I just feel like it's not the same. On one side of my face, I'm gonna use the old one. So on the right side of my face, just gonna pat the old one just like I normally would. Now let's go in with the new one. Very similar on both sides, but I feel like the powder sort of disappears into my skin just a tiny bit more on this side versus this side. I do think it has changed a little bit. Obviously you can even see it in the color of the product that it's not the exact same product. And it has a different ingredient in it, so it's a little bit different. Do I still think it's a good powder? Yes. Do I think it's as good as it was? Not quite as good, but very, very similar. Another concealer I've been playing around with is this one by Maybelline. This has been going viral, the shade 160. And I do actually think this is a really nice color correcting shade of pink for fair skin. So if you find that the peachy tones in like the e.l.f. color corrector or the LA Girl color corrector are a little bit too dark for you, this is a nice, super bright shade of pink that I think is really flattering on fairer skin tones. I can get away with it under concealer, but if I wear it alone, it's just a little bit too bright for my complexion. So an FYI. All right, next up, ColourPop launched a new eyeshadow palette called Heavy Petal. It's supposed to be like a spring palette. You've got the shade names are like Pollen, Floral Fields, So Sprung, Daisy, like very spring themed, which I thought was cute. And the pan sizes are bigger in this one than the typical ColourPop palettes. And the colors in here are super pretty. I'm wearing green today, so I don't wanna go too intense, but I feel like this color would look pretty. It's like a yellowish color, maybe with some of this in the crease. So this one's called Freshly Cut, this crease color. And I'm gonna be gentle because my eyelids are going through it right now, but it's not gonna stop me from wearing makeup. Because I tried that. I tried like not wearing any makeup for a couple of weeks and nothing happened, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna give that up if it's not the problem. And I think I'm gonna put this on my lid as well. This has more red in it than I was anticipating. It's pretty, it's just not the color I thought I was gonna get. And then on my finger, I'm gonna go in with the shade Pollen. Ooh, that's pretty. I hate pollen, but I like this eyeshadow. It's got like really subtle shimmer in it. It's like almost a matte eyeshadow with a little bit of shimmer running through it. It's hard to describe. It's not like a shimmer shade. It goes on a lot more chalky, but then it's got those little flecks of glitter. And then in my inner corner, I'm gonna go in with the brightest shade. I think I'm gonna take a little liner brush, this one's by Sigma, and go in with the potting mix, this brown right here, and just do like a really small little wing. I'll be interested to see how well this like pollen eyeshadow wears throughout the day, just because it went on so almost not translucent, but not how I was expecting. I really like it. It just doesn't feel like it's gonna last that long. I like it. I don't know how much I would use a lot of these shades in here. It's less springy looking than I thought it was gonna be. I wouldn't expect this color or even this color in a spring palette. So I'm not like in love, but I do really like this pollen shade. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Wow Brow. I also added just a little bit of bronzer and blush. And now for what I've been most excited about, because I have not yet tried it, I'm gonna be trying the Maybelline, the Falsies Surreal. You guys know I love a good mascara. The thing though, immediately, I don't like that this is curved right here. I just tried to set it down and you can't set it down. You have to lay it down. That's just a small minor thing, but kind of annoying. So I'm gonna really load this on. And I feel like first impressions of mascara are almost not helpful at all. Obviously, if it goes on terribly and it doesn't do anything for my lashes, then I'm not gonna like it, but most of the time they go on fine. It's all about how it wears. I like how this is going on. It's not clumping up, but it's giving me a good amount of length, and I feel like it's gonna be really buildable, which is what I like out of a mascara. I like when I can build it up to be super dramatic or keep it nice and natural. Probably gonna do like 3 coats. Ooh yeah, this is going on beautifully. Separating my lashes, lengthening, volume, but still looks really, really fluttery. Really love how this is going on. This is making me look like I've got some serious lashes and I don't. All right, we are gonna see how this wears, but I do really like how it went on. And then last but not least, we've got the NYX Fat Oil. So this retails for $8.99. It says, to drench your lips in fat oil, say hello to plump, hydrated lips. It looks like, looking at the ingredient list real quick, it's got squalene, it's got raspberry seed oil, rubus seed oil, cloudberry oil. So it's nice and hydrating. The shade that I got is called Follow Back. I've worn this a couple of times and it does have some shimmer in it. Not that that's a bad thing, but you can kind of feel it. And it smells, it has, what does that smell? It doesn't smell super strong, but if you like unscented things or if any fragrance bothers you, which I know that's the case with some of you, then just FYI. It does remind me of the Dior one. I'm gonna have a dupes video coming up and I will put them head to head, but right off the bat, it does feel similar. All right, I'm gonna wear this makeup for the entire day and I will come check in about 8 hours and tell you how everything wore, how the different powders wore, how the mascara wore, and we will make some final decisions here. All right, it is the very end of the day. I've been outside playing with my kids and it is literally 80 degrees. I also had a bunch of bubbles in my face from a bubble machine that we got, so put the makeup through it, that's for sure. You can see I've got my sunglass stamps right there because I didn't put powder on my sunglasses, but other than that, I feel like everything held up pretty well. So from the top, the concealer still looks really, really good. It's breaking up on my chin a little bit, but I didn't really set my chin, so I feel like my oils are coming through and just breaking up the product. But like down here where I set with the No. 7 powder, it's looking good. The mascara did not smudge or flake at all on me all day long. And I am shocked that this eyeshadow still looks pretty much like it did when I first applied it. I didn't feel like this was gonna be as long lasting as it was, considering I had 0 eyeshadow base. And I don't see a difference between the two sides of my face in terms of wear time for the No. 7 powder, the old versus the new formula. This lip oil obviously wasn't a long-lasting product, but it feels really comfortable on the lips and it lasts longer than you think. It reminds me of like the Milani Fruit Fetish lip oils because it kind of sticks to your lips for a while. Sorry, my dog is barking in the background. Overall, very impressed by the wear time of everything. I think I'm most excited about this concealer and this lip oil. But thank you guys so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you found this helpful, and I will see you guys in my next one.